Hidden Mercedes features you'll regret not knowing sooner. Hook Your Mercedes is one of the most sophisticated machines ever built, but right now it's doing less than half of what it's capable of. Not because of a missing option, not because of your trim level, because Mercedes quietly buried features inside your car that most owners spend years never finding. Dealerships won't walk you through them. The manual buries them in footnotes. And every week you go without knowing them, you're leaving comfort, safety, and real money on the table. Today we're going through the hidden features that Mercedes owners genuinely regret not discovering sooner, starting with one that every single Mercedes owner can use right now, and ending with a safety system so advanced that most people don't believe it exists until they see it. Feature 10. Global window and sunroof ventilation, key fob. Let's start with the one that almost nobody knows, and everyone wishes they'd found on day one. On a hot summer day, getting into a parked Mercedes feels like opening an oven. But here's what Mercedes never told you. Your key fob can cool the cabin before you even open the door. Hold the unlock button on your key fob for several seconds. Don't just tap it. And your Mercedes will automatically lower every window and open the sunroof simultaneously, venting all that trapped heat out of the cabin before you step inside. The reverse works on most models too. Hold the lock button, and everything closes back up. This feature has been sitting inside Mercedes vehicles since around 2010. It's not a software update. It's not a dealer add-on. It's already there. It just requires a long press instead of a quick tap, and Mercedes never thought to mention it. Master Mercedes technicians confirm this feature has prevented real interior damage from heat buildup over the years. Dashboards warp, leather dries and cracks, electronics degrade in sustained heat. This one key fob trick addresses all of it. Check your specific model for the exact sequence. Some require a double press followed by a hold, but the function exists across most Mercedes models in the lineup. Feature 9. Power tailgate height memory. If you park in a garage, this one could save you a very expensive repair. Mercedes power tailgates are designed to open to their full maximum height, which is fine until your garage ceiling isn't quite high enough and the tailgate swings up directly into a concrete beam. What most owners don't know is that you can program the tailgate to stop at any height you choose. Open the tailgate to the exact height you want as your maximum, then press and hold the close button until you hear a confirmation chime. That's it. The new height limit is stored in memory, and the tailgate will never open beyond that point again. The programmed height survives restarts, key changes, and software updates. And if you ever move or park somewhere with more clearance, you simply repeat the process with the tailgate at full extension to reset it. Independent Mercedes specialists consistently report that tailgate damage from ceiling contact is one of the most frustrating and avoidable repair bills they see. One programming sequence under a minute eliminates the risk entirely. Feature 8. Single door unlock security mode. This one is less about convenience and more about personal safety, which makes it more important than most people realize. By default, pressing unlock on your Mercedes key fob opens every door simultaneously. That's fine in a driveway. In a parking structure at night or in urban stop-and-go traffic, it's a security gap. Mercedes includes a programmable single-door unlock mode that changes the first key press to unlock only the driver's door. A second press unlocks the remaining doors. The passenger side stays secured until you're ready. On many models, you can activate this through the MBUX Vehicle Settings menu. On others, it involves holding the lock and unlock buttons simultaneously on the key fob until the hazard lights confirm the change. The feature can be toggled on and off as your routine changes. It's not a permanent commitment. But for owners who regularly park in unfamiliar areas or commute solo through dense city traffic, this is the kind of quiet safety upgrade that matters in ways you hope you never have to prove. Feature 7. Brake hold function. Stop-and-go traffic is one of the most physically exhausting parts of modern driving, and most Mercedes owners are doing it the hard way. Mercedes includes a brake hold system that eliminates the need to keep your foot on the brake pedal while stopped. Press the brake firmly when already at a complete stop, and the system engages, holding braking pressure automatically. The instrument cluster shows Hold to confirm it's active. When you're ready to move, simply press the accelerator. The brake hold releases instantly and seamlessly. No lag, no hesitation. The system works on inclines too, preventing the vehicle from rolling backward during uphill starts. It includes multiple redundancies to ensure it releases properly every time. This isn't a minor convenience feature. On a heavy commute, the difference in physical fatigue between holding the brake for 40 minutes versus not is genuinely measurable. Master Mercedes technicians report that drivers who discover this feature almost never go back to manual brake holding. Most models require you to activate brake hold through the vehicle settings menu before it becomes available. Once enabled, it's there every drive. Feature 6. Wiper service position. This is the kind of feature that sounds minor until the moment you actually need it, and then it's the most useful thing Mercedes ever put in your car. Replacing wiper blades on a Mercedes without knowing the service position means awkwardly wrestling with blades pressed against the windshield, risking scratches to the glass, and fighting against spring tension the entire time. With the ignition off, briefly pull the wiper stalk downward. The wipers will lift off the windshield and move to a fully vertical service position, holding there and giving you clear, unobstructed access to both blades and the windshield beneath them. The wipers return to normal the moment you turn the ignition back on. This is the same procedure Mercedes technicians use in the service bay. It was designed for exactly this purpose. It's just never explained to owners, which means most people spend years replacing wipers the hard way, or paying for a service appointment to handle a 2-minute job. Feature 5. Augmented reality navigation. Navigation on most vehicles shows you a map. Mercedes MBUX takes a different approach that genuinely changes how easy it is to follow directions, especially in cities. On MBUX-equipped models, you can switch navigation to augmented reality mode, which uses the front camera to display a live feed of the actual road ahead of you, with digital arrows and street names overlaid directly onto the real image. Instead of interpreting a map and translating it to what's in front of you, you see exactly which lane to be in, with an arrow pointing at the precise turn you need to take, overlaid on the actual intersection you're approaching. According to Mercedes MBUX documentation and automotive technology testing, this feature significantly reduces navigation errors and missed turns in complex urban environments. The cognitive load drops considerably when the instruction matches exactly what your eyes are seeing. The feature requires activation through the navigation settings on compatible MBUX systems. Once enabled, it becomes one of those things that's genuinely difficult to drive without once you've experienced it. Feature 4. Car wash mode. This one is simple, specific, and saves owners real money every year. Automatic car washes are responsible for a surprising amount of avoidable vehicle damage. Not from the wash itself, but from forgotten sunroofs left cracked, mirrors that aren't folded, active rain-sensing wipers that trigger mid-wash, and suspension settings that aren't optimal for conveyor systems. Mercedes MBUX includes a dedicated car wash mode that handles all of it with a single command. Activate it through the MBUX menus or via voice command, and the system automatically closes all windows and the sunroof, folds the mirrors, deactivates the rain-sensing wipers, and adjusts the suspension to the correct height for automatic wash conveyor systems. Everything reverts automatically after a set time, or when you manually deactivate the mode. Professional detailers report that the damage prevented by this one feature across sunroofs, mirrors, and paint adds up to real money over the ownership period. It exists specifically because Mercedes engineers thought through the scenarios owners actually encounter. Most owners just never find it. Feature 3. Pre-safe sound. Hearing protection before a crash. This is where Mercedes engineering crosses from impressive into genuinely remarkable, and most owners don't believe it's real until they read the technical documentation themselves. Mercedes Pre-Safe Sound is an active hearing protection system built into your vehicle. When the pre-safe sensors detect that a collision is unavoidable, in the fraction of a second before impact, the system emits a brief burst of pink noise through the speakers. This sound triggers the stapedius reflex in the inner ear. It's an involuntary muscle response that temporarily stiffens the tiny bones of the middle ear, reducing sensitivity to sudden loud noise. The same reflex that activates when you anticipate a loud sound and brace for it. The protection it provides during the crash event, which produces sound pressure that can cause lasting hearing damage, is measurable and documented. According to Mercedes safety documentation and independent automotive safety research, pre-safe sound provides genuine protection against the kind of hearing damage that standard crash safety systems don't address. It requires no driver input. It activates automatically. And it operates in milliseconds, faster than conscious human reaction time. Most owners have been driving with this system active for years without knowing it exists. It represents the kind of engineering investment that benefits you in a moment you never want to experience, but will be deeply grateful for if you do. Feature 2. Energizing comfort programs. Modern Mercedes vehicles do something that no other manufacturer has engineered at this level. They actively manage your physiological state while you drive. Energizing comfort programs are available on higher trim Mercedes models through the MBUX system. Each program coordinates climate control, ambient lighting color and intensity, seat heating or ventilation, massage functions, and audio simultaneously to achieve a specific effect on the driver and passengers. The available programs include options for freshness, warmth, vitality, and relaxation. Each runs for approximately 10 minutes and is built around research into human circadian rhythms, stress response, and fatigue patterns. The freshness program, for example, uses cooler air circulation, cooler lighting tones, and gentle seat ventilation to counteract the drowsiness that builds during long highway drives. The warmth program does the opposite after cold exposure, gradually raising comfort levels in a way that feels natural rather than abrupt. You can activate them through the MBUX menus or by voice command. According to Mercedes wellness documentation, owners who use these programs regularly report measurably reduced fatigue on longer drives. This isn't a marketing feature. It's the result of genuine investment in understanding how vehicle environments affect human performance and comfort. It just happens to be buried deep enough in the menu system that most owners never encounter it. Feature 1. Full natural language voice control. Every Mercedes with MBUX has this. Almost no owner uses it to its full capability. And the gap between what most people think it can do and what it actually does is one of the biggest missed opportunities in modern car ownership. Most owners who use MBUX voice control treat it like a basic command interface. They say things like navigate to or call, specific, structured phrases, and it works fine for that. What Mercedes actually built is a natural language system that understands intent, not just commands. You can say, "I'm cold," and the system adjusts the temperature. You can say, "It's too bright in here," and the ambient lighting dims. You can say, "Take me home and call my wife," as a single instruction, and the system executes both simultaneously, setting the destination and initiating the call. The system also learns. It builds a model of your speech patterns, your preferences, and your habits over time. Recognition improves the longer you use it. Context awareness means the system interprets commands differently based on what's already active. It understands where you are in a task. According to Mercedes MBUX documentation and voice recognition research, drivers who fully engage with natural language voice control report a fundamental shift in how safe and effortless the driving experience feels. The reduction in manual interaction with menus, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, is exactly what the system was designed to produce. The capability is already in your car. It costs nothing to unlock. It just requires learning that the prompt, "Hey Mercedes," is the beginning of a real conversation, not a keyword for a basic command menu. These features didn't come from a software update you haven't downloaded. They didn't require an expensive dealer visit. Every single one of them was already inside your Mercedes, waiting to be found. The difference between a Mercedes that feels like a premium vehicle and one that genuinely performs like one comes down to knowing what's actually there. If this helped you get more out of your car, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this kind of content is worth surfacing. Subscribe if you want to keep finding the features your dealer forgot to mention. I'll see you in the next one.